Hi everybody, welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. I thought I'd start a little video. It's about card making. So if you're interested in card making, I'd love to have you stick around. If you're not, I'd still love to have you stick around. Um, my girlfriend's birthday is coming up. It's the end of the month, and I always make her greeting cards. And it's been a little while since we've seen each other because of COVID, and then life just got in the way. She's busy, I'm busy. So since COVID, we've seen each other only twice. And I want to, I've always made greeting cards for her, and I want to surprise her with a few extras. Now, I've already done a video on these two cards here, and the interiors I'm leaving blank because she does like to write. She writes rather big, and I thought it would be nice to do a few that are blank. So the first part I want to, I've been sitting here stamping the insides, and I thought, well, why not do a little video? So again, I'd love to have you stick around. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and leave a comment, because I am counting comments for the end of April, May, June, the end of June giveaway. And it's all based on comments. So I want to show you, I went and I already have all of these cut. And how I make my cards is it's really simple. I take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. All right. I cut it 5.5 on in my paper cutter. And then what you end up with is two pieces of paper. Let me get two blue ones here. You'll end up, so here's your 8.5 by 11. I cut it at 5.5, so then you have two pieces, and then I take it over to my scoreboard and I score it at 4.25. And then you have some nice little cards, and these fit in the little envelopes. What are they? The A2, A4, but they're usually like for a invitation. They're invitation envelopes. So these fit really well in here. So we're just going to start where I'm stamping the insides. So this is what I have done so far. I have, you can see they're all blank, sending big hugs. And I have two of those. I like to do two of each. And Jill has worked in the hospital for probably 92 years. She went to school, or she went to work in the hospital right after we graduated. Like I said, she's been there almost 92 years. She's not ready to, she doesn't want to retire yet. And every time I see her, I'm like, how much longer are you going to work, girl? I mean, enjoy well, she really does enjoy herself, and she really hasn't worked there 92 years. I think she's worked there she's going on 40 years. I think right around 40, almost 50 year, 45, I think 45 years she's been there. So I have two sending big hugs. I have two happy birthday, and see how nice and straight they are? And they're centered. They are just perfect. She still has room to write around them. And did I do any others? Yes, I did. Oh, on the front of, where's my other one? The one on my fancy, I've got two fancy papers here. This one here on the front, I put birthdays are nature's way of telling us to eat more cake. I have that. Oh, and then this one and this one, I have these two sayings. And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years by Abraham Lincoln. So these are stamped, and I wanted to show you a really easy way, because I don't know if everyone has one of these little fun doohickeys. I know they make bigger ones, more elaborate ones, but I just have this little We Are memory keepers. I think that's it. We Are Precision Press. And I don't make cards all that often, but when I do and I want to stamp a sentiment, this is the way to go. It's quick, it's easy, and it's no muss, no fuss, and everything is in place. And if you need to re-ink your stamp, you can raise it up and down a couple times and you're all good to go. So I'm just going to do it really quick here, and then we're going to move on and decorate a few cards. So I want to do, I'll do some sympathy. Because she works in the hospital, she knows a lot of people. And, you know, people are having babies, people are passing away, they're dying, they're retiring, they're doing all of the above. So I try to make her a nice little assortment. And I'll do a praying for you. And then on the front, maybe I'll do like in sympathy or something like that. So I'm getting everything stamped first because I don't want to get a whole card done and then stamp it and then not have it come out properly. So I want to show you how I do this. Other girls may have different techniques, but once I have my paper scored, I put it in my little doohickey, my little stamp press, I call it. And I make sure that it's down in there good so it doesn't buckle or anything like that. Then you're going to take your stamp and you're going to place it where on the paper where you'd like to have it. And that looks about good. You're going to take your top and you're just going to press it down and see how it sticks to this. And it just makes it so easy. If you're doing a bunch of cards, like you want to make 10 praying for you cards, this is the way to do it. Because it is fast, it's easy. And then you just take it, press it down, and voila. And then that way, if you miss or you don't have enough ink, you can re-ink it, and then you can press it again, and you're not out of skew or anything like that. So I just want to share this with you a little bit and show you how easy it is to make these. So we have a praying for you. I'll do a couple praying for yous. And see, I don't even have to move my stamp because it's still all in place. And all you have to do is re-ink it. Sometimes I use Stays-On, but this one I'm using VersaFine. See how easy that is? So the U, see, here's a perfect example. That U, I want a little more ink on that U there. So I just inked it up a little bit. See that? And there's no like shadow or I missed the mark with it. And then I just set it over to the left, and I don't put them on top of each other, and then I just let them dry. And I'm going to take this one off. I do clean all of my stamps. I'm big on cleaning stamps. So let's see, let's make a happy retirement. So I could do this all day long. It kind of reminds me of Lucy when she was, Lucy and Ethel, when they were in the chocolate factory and they were on the bonbon line, the chocolate line. Then they ended up eating more than they were able to. I can't remember what they were doing, quality control or whatever. There we go. See how nice that comes out, and it's all nice and straight. So I'm going to do 2 happy retirements. I'll pick this color here. Some of these, I don't know, I've noticed that they're not, they haven't lined up. I don't know what the deal with that is. There, that's better. So let me know in the comments what you all been crafting and what you're making. If you are junk journaling or if you're making greeting cards. Okay, we're going to get this T, retirement right here. I'm going to get that T again. There. All right, so we have 2 happy retirement. And I just have 3 more here left. I think I'm going to leave one more blank. I think I'll leave this one blank for her. And let me see. I had another one like this. Did I leave that one blank? What did I do? Hello cards. Where did you go? Oh, here they are. Let's see. Did I leave this one? Oh, I stamped this on the outside. That's blank inside. I'll leave this one blank as well. I'll put a saying on the front here because I don't really need to do too much. I kind of want to, I know what I want to put on there. Maybe I'll do a hello. Maybe a hello would be cute. And I could put maybe the hello up here. I could put the hello right there. So this one I'm going to turn, okay? Because I want to get it lined up properly. So when you have one where you want to put it here like this, hold on a minute. You're going to have to put your paper here, okay? So we're going to put this down like this, and like this. Actually, I'm going to get one more little piece because I want to make sure, seeing that it's see how that's raised up just a little bit. There, that'll be nice and flat. So we're going to put that right about there. Let's make sure that, yeah, that looks pretty straight. Am I in camera? I hope I'm in camera. Okay. And then we're going to bring this right back down like that. And there we have our hello. Which I think is very cute. All right, so we'll get the other 2 stamped up, and then we will go on and we will, that's cute. You don't have to use black. I may do a little washi tape accent, black and white polka dots or something. You can use a color if you want. I'm using black on all of these because I just want the message to stand out. I have a sheet here of all different sayings as well. I already have a happy birthday one. All right, I'm going to do this one. Growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional. And these are stuck on here. I've never used these, so I think they've just grown legs and have attached themselves to this. Because these are on here. Oh my goodness. Really, really tough. All right, so I'm going to do it this way. I don't have too many. I'm doing most of these vertical. I'm not doing horizontal ones. Maybe I'll do this one horizontal. I have a lot of vertical cards that I'm making for her. And just make sure that your paper is squared here. Okay. All right, so now we're going to turn this way. All right. And then just make sure you have it right up. Yes, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. So I think that looks good right about there. All right. I'm going to catch that and bring it over here. There we go. That is cute. It's just nice to do something different too, other than, you know, junk journaling and the other thing too, if you are doing junk journals, this is a great way to put little sayings in the corners or wherever in your journal. I mean, don't rule that out either. And I think I'll do a thank you. We'll take this off and I will do a thank you. So again, we are going to bring this down. I think it would be fun to make a journal or some sort of booklet and just do the whole book, all just stamping in it. Nothing else, just stamping and maybe some watercolor ink. Something totally different. And a thank you. All right. Okay. There. All right, and we have, take this off before I fold it over, and we have this one. Thank you. All right, so now that we have all of our cards done, I'm going to let these sit for a little bit, and I'm going to let them dry. Then I'm going to gather some items, and then we'll come back and make the front covers. All right, so I decided that I'm going to, on this one, this was a blank one, and in here I did put in wishing you an amazing 365-day journey ahead. Enjoy the ride. So this is going to be a birthday card. And I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with a retro aspect. So I took out some of my girls here. And I was first going to just put on a couple gals on the front. Let's see, I had picked this one. And what was the other one? There was another one here that I had chosen. The gal was kind of looking at, not this one, but one similar to this. So I thought this would be cute. But then I thought, well, it's kind of plain and it would be sufficient, but I wanted to jazz it up a little bit. So I went and I pulled out my Women's Day from 1965. And I thought, I thought I would go through here because there's some really fun head images that I had remembered in some of these. So what I did was I clipped out this image here, and I just thought she was really, really cute. And I want to put her on the front here, but I don't want to put her on just like that. So what I decided to do was I grabbed some black scrap paper left over in my bin, and I'm going to put her on here. Well, I'm going to put her on, then I'm going to trim the border around that. So I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to try to use my glue gun. Sometimes this works on these and sometimes it doesn't, because I know my 1940 papers, it rips and tears them, but this is only 1965. So this really paper isn't showing its age. So I'm just gonna, and then I'm gonna put one just across the center there. And I don't want to rip and tear this because I really like this image. I have done that in the past. So, and these are just some different ideas for cards if you want to make them. Just thinking out of the box a little bit. So we're just going to put her on there, and then I will trim around her. And I'll show you another little, I'm sure you have all your little tips and tricks and things like that. And I just, to get a very thin border around this, I literally just line, I don't know if you can see that, I think you can. I just line this white, the edge of the photo or whatever I have on here with the plastic guard. And then I can get just a sliver, say just a sliver around there. And there's no measuring or anything like that. I just get that as close as I can to that. And then it creates the same smidgen width all the way around it. There, so see how it just, so if you find just a point of reference on your guard here, you'll get a nice border around there that's even, you know, it won't be too wide on one side or one end or the top bottom. So I'm going to put this on here because I think that's going to be really cute like that. And then I'm sure you know what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to put one of the gals on there. And I wanted to have some of this bottom flowers, the bottom flowers showing. So, and I think I may just put one girl on here because then it will look like the girl here, they're eyeing each other. So I just have to find, that's dirty, I don't want to use that. I need my little, I need my little giraffe here to hold that there. I want to get a girl that represents the 60s. I don't want anything real flouncy, something that my girlfriend can relate to. This is cute. Good look, she's got kind of the same hair. And then the colors match there. This, I think, I don't want her looking away. I don't want anybody looking away. I want them looking at each other. That's a little too muted. That's white. That's too muted. Here is a polka dot. She's cute too. I don't know. I kind of like the blue. I think we're going to go with her. I think that's cute. They kind of had the same hairdo, like, hey, go to my hairdresser. Okay, so we're going to put her right on here. And then this card will be, oh, these are so tough too. I had fingernails until I went to the movies. And then I sat there and chewed them all off because it was suspenseful. Not really suspenseful, but action-packed. There, okay. There, that's a cute card. And I don't think that needs anything else. I think the saying, the hello, the sentiment inside. So there's a birthday one down. All right. And then we're going to work on a few more. All right. So this card, sending big hugs. We'll do this one and then we'll do one more. Sending big hugs. And I was going to make this kind of like a sympathy card, but I'm not going to. I went and looked through some of my vintage school books, and this is Friends and More. And I wanted to go through here and see if I could find someone, mom and dad, or anybody giving each other a hug. So I found this wonderful grandma and her granddaughter giving each other a hug on the couch. I thought this would be cute. So, and I also found this. This comes out of my stash, and I'm not sure if this, yeah, okay, this comes off here. So I'm going to cut this down, and I'm going to use this as the backdrop here, okay? I'd really like to get these purple, and I'm not going to have much of the purple showing on this card. So I don't know if I want it there with the butterfly. We have a little bit of purple here. If I put this over down like this, we have a little bit more purple, and then the burgundy with that butterfly. I think I'll do that. So what I need to do is I need to measure this out. So we're going to do a little less than 4.5. And I'm going to take just smidgens at a time. So a little less than 4.5. So we're going to start here. I'm going to do this the slow pokey way. Okay, I got to do a little bit more. So I think if this is, yeah, that's duh, Barbie. Okay, so this is 4.25. I don't know where I got the 4.5 from. I read that ruler wrong, didn't I? All right, so that looks good there. Now a little bit more. Just a smidgen. Because I just want very little of this purple to come through. Okay, so that's good there like that. And then let's see if I can measure this right again. All right, so this is 5.5, and I'm going to have to get out my other cutter because my other one, that small one, only goes to 4.5. So 5.5. I'm not going to take that much off again because I don't want to. I can always take more off, but I can't put it back on. Just a little bit more. 5.5. We'll go right about here. Snip, 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 ever so carefully. Okay, that's good, just like that. Because I may have to trim this down again as well. So let's see if I can get this stuck on without. So I'm going to try. I'm going to do it this way. Instead of peeling the whole thing off, maybe I can put it on like your car registration. I'm just going to peel this back a little bit. But first, you know what? I want to distress around this just a tad. And I think I am going to end up stamping on this because I think it's going to need a little something. And I'm just, showing you that you can make these cards. They don't have to be elaborate. They don't have to be anything over the top. So I'm going to curl this back a little bit. Make sure that sentiment is the right way. I don't want to get my head. I think I'll stand up. I don't want to get my head in here. Hopefully this is good to go. There's a little bit more on the bottom, but that's just going to have to do, isn't it? That's okay. That's okay. I'm not, if you think I'm going to try to peel that off, no way, sister. That's my husband giving me the 15-minute warning. He has no idea I'm making a video. He's down watching one of his shows, and I didn't tell him I was going to make a video. All right, so I'm just going to trim this part off a little bit. I didn't tell my son I was making a video either, and he sold some stuff, and all of a sudden my printer starts up, but I wasn't recording at the time, so that was good. I always take my chances on recording when my husband and son are here. All right, so let's get this down, and I'm going to distress this. Just so that pops off the page a little bit. And again, I thought these were some different ideas that you could think about when you go to make a card if you have some of your vintage items around. I mean, these kinds of cards and things, they're not for everybody. But I think they're really cute, and they're just different. You're not gonna find this in the store. And when you make homemade cards, that's what you want. You want something a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to put this right about here. I have to make sure the arm of this couch really kind of settles in right about there. There. Okay, so we have that. And I am going to, I still think it needs something. I'm not used to making cards like this either, so this is all new territory for me as well. But I did have a stamp, so sending big hugs. I did want to put up here, I have your special day, and I think that would be nice up there. This is the Fun Stamper's Journey Dance Life. And I think that would be, and that may be all that it might need. I don't know. Maybe we could put a little washi tape on the top and the bottom. We could do something fun like that. I want to get this down. So we're going to put that there. And we'll put that there. And then we're going to put, this is your whoops. You need to get it to stay down. I use my old washi tape to keep some of this stuff down. We can put that right around that butterfly wing. So your special day. And my VersaFine is right here. Come on, stay down there, honey bunny. Okay. Okay. There. Oh, I like that. I think that's going to be nice. And then we can add a little tiny bit of washi tape to this. Maybe we could add some of this polka dot. That'd be cute, wouldn't it? We'll rip and tear. You know why I'm adding it? Because of that down there. It's kind of... It's kind of bugging me. That's cute. Oh, I like that. Washi tape makes it all better. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute card. Add this. I see this one right here. Cute. There. Oh, that's cute. All right, good. All right, so that one's done. Your special day, sending big hugs. Isn't that cute? Oh, I really like that one. I think she's going to like that. All right, we'll do this, and we'll do one more, and we'll finish up. All right, the last card we're going to make tonight is going to be the Happy Retirement card. All right, so I want to show you. I have, obviously, this went over here, and it looks like a little bit of ink or something got over on this side. So I'm going to take care of this very easily. I have some images here. This is going to go on the front. I love this picture of this woman just being able to sit and read and relax and do whatever she wants to do in her retirement. And I have this one here, which I really love. This gal here going to the library. She's out and about doing her thing. I have some daffodils, which I just love. These are fussy cut out of a book that I have. Then I have this sheet here that was in with some of my ephemera. That'll go on the front. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I'm just a stickler, I don't want that to show there. So I'm going to grab this girl here and I'm going to tuck her inside, which I think will be really cute, to go on the inside of the card where it says Happy Retirement. So we're going to get her in here. And this scale I got out of my 1940s Better Homes and Gardens book. And I don't know if you have a spot in your area that does, that sells all types of vintage items. We have a shop in our area. Sorry about my hand or arm going in your way there. We have a shop and they have all kinds of, comic books and trading cards and all this stuff. And they always have a slew of vintage magazines. And I can get these magazines for $1. Roger's really good to me. And I haven't, purchased any in a while because I'm still using the ones that I have. But yeah, he just charges me. I buy 10 for 10. And it works out really good. And there's stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of old magazines. So we have little Edith over here. And then on the front, I'm just going to do a nice collage on the front here, kind of like I did on the other one. And I think this will fit. I only have to trim just a little tiny bit off, but I think this will work really nice on the front. Let's see if I can figure this out again. So we're looking at about a little less than, I'm going to do 4 1/4 because again, I don't want to undercut it. So I can always take more off. And I'm just going to do the 4 1/4 here. Yeah, just a little bit more. Okay, that is good. And I don't know why. That's the other thing I noticed, that when I'm doing my scoring, these have not really been lining up all that great. And I don't know why, because they seem to be just fine when I crease and fold, but I'm not going to worry about it. I am not. Okay, so that's going to go there, and just a smidgen off the bottom. And I think I'm just going to take right at that little line there. Okay, I think that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be good. And I'm going to put that, we'll put that on there just like that. And I'm going to use my tape runner. So I really encourage everyone to make your own cards. It's just a lot of fun, and it's very satisfying. You can make one-of-a-kind cards. And I don't know of anyone that doesn't like to get a homemade card. They're just always so nice. All right, so there's our front, okay? And then I have this little faux stamp that came in a pack. And I'm not going to do any embellishing or anything on this flower or any of the other pieces. This came out of the magazine like that, so I want to line it up there. And I'm going to put that just like that. And I think what I'll do is just attach a little tiny bit of glue. Right here, just to hold that in its place. Look at little Miss Retirement here. She can just sit and read all day long. Okay. That's what I'm going to do when I'm all done with this. I've been, I don't know why, I guess the days are getting nicer outside, and this is another late night video. And then after this, I'm going to crawl into bed and I'm going to read. I'm reading a really good, this is book 3 in a trilogy, and the author is Peter May, and it all takes place in Scotland. And they're murder mysteries, but they're not your typical murder mysteries. It goes, back into his childhood, and the character's name is Finn MacLeod, and it goes back to his childhood, and I really like the way this author writes. And he has a standalone book. I'm not sure the name of it. I'm going to order that. When my husband, I'll tell you a cute little story. When my husband, I always know when I find a good doctor, because we just seem to have things in common. But when we went down, my husband had to go down for a second opinion. He had hip surgery a few years ago, and it just didn't take. So we're down south of where I live, and we met with the doctor, and I had book 2 called The Lewis Man tucked inside my purse, and I never zipped my handbag up, and it was there. This one I am going to distress, just so it stands out a little bit. And he stuck his head in the door to tell me, because I'm not a patient, but he wanted me to have some blood work. He was concerned about something that I had said, and he says, I want you to have some blood work. So he says, when you, he gave me some instructions on how to register, because I'm not a patient there, which was really sweet of him. And he looked down. I don't know why he looked down. My handbag was open, and he said, is that Peter May? Is that a Peter May book? I said, it is. And he says, oh, what book are you on? Is that the trilogy? I said, it is. And I said, I'm on book 2, The Lewis Man. He says, oh, he says, I loved that book. He says, Finn MacLeod. I said, I know. So I knew right there. I'm like, I like this doctor. He's speaking my language. So we go back the end of this month. I can't wait to tell him that I finished the trilogy. So we'll have something to talk about other than medical gibberish. Okay, so there's the front. Here's the inside. And I think what I want to do, I brought out my congratulations sticker or stamp. And I think I'm going to stamp on the top, congratulations, across there. I was going to do it on this, but I don't dare. I'm going to get out my handy dandy stamp. I call this a little stamp press. And I'm going to stamp this right on here like this. Just because I don't trust myself. I'm a little tired. And I don't trust myself that I'm going to get it straight. And why take a chance? Okay, whoops. That's probably why it's not closing all that. Oh, there we go. I was going to say I didn't have it even. Okay. All right, so we are going to put, and I'm going to just stand up here a little bit just so I can get this. Come on, stick there, you little son of a gun. I'm going to get that right about there like that. So this will come over. All right, I think I might have to move this down a little bit because that looks like it's going to crowd it, going too close to the top. Okay. So we're going to grab that, and I'm going to grab my VersaFine. All right, and we will stamp this up. Come on, stick, stick, stick. There we have it. And I don't even have to worry about it being misspelled because it's a stamp. Oh, I really like this card too. So I hope you like these cards that I put together with the vintage feel to them and the vintage images. It's something a little different. I don't know if you make, when you do make your cards, if you make your any type of collage work on the front. I really like that. Isn't that pretty? And then when you open it up, happy retirement. So we did the happy retirement. Let's get my little giraffe over here. These were done the other day. These sweet little gals with the heads. We did this one here with the Your Special Day, sending big hugs. That's I love that one too. And then hello, wishing you an amazing 365-day journey ahead. Enjoy the ride. So here are just a few ideas that you can use to make your greeting cards. Think out of the box. You don't always have to use the stamps that came, you know, if there's a dress stamp or if there's animals or whatever, just use your sayings, do your collage work, grab your old magazines, grab an old school book, and then just have fun. Just have fun and play and fool around with them, and, you know, until you come up with something. So thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you hanging around to create these cards with me. And remember, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments on these. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And for all of my wonderful subbies, thank you. I love you. And I appreciate all of you. Okay, everybody, have a great night. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.